Good morning, Pioneers. Today is Thursday, March 5th. My name is Ava Opal.
And my name is MC Knoll, and this is your orange juice.
Pioneers, go to yearbookforever.com to purchase your yearbook before the price goes up to $70 on March 12th. The last day to buy your yearbook is April 17th. Seniors, choose to ship to home option for your yearbook to avoid coming in after graduation. Contact Carrie Phillips at OOHS with any questions.
Seniors, have you completed the graduation pledge and special guest form? These two forms are combined and can be found on your MyOLSD desktop.
Look for special guest form. This form only takes a few minutes to complete and is due by tomorrow, Friday, March 6th. Now, before Natalie takes a look into the seed, here's Maddie with a guide to how we look at college choices.
Hi Pioneers, this is the fourth episode of Maddie's Guide to Colleges, and today's a very special episode because I'm going to be talking about my experiences with Ohio State University and the University of Notre Dame. So Ohio State University is a public research university located in Columbus, Ohio, with 46,815 undergraduate students. The acceptance rate is 60.6%, and the most popular undergraduate programs are finance, marketing, psychology, biology, and computer science engineering. The University of Notre Dame is a private Catholic university in South Bend, Indiana, with 8,880 undergraduate students. The acceptance rate is 11.6, and popular majors include finance, political science, economics, and computer science. Additionally, neuroscience, mechanical engineering, and psychology. That's all for me. Now I'm going to take a bigger look into what I thought about it. The two colleges that I visited were OSU and University of Notre Dame, and I really liked them both for different reasons. I think OSU was very different than what I expected. Since we live in Columbus, Ohio, it's very much like we don't really acknowledge how great of a school it is. But it is. It is so beautiful too. You really don't feel like you're too in the city, but you don't feel like you're in the middle of nowhere. The only con about OSU, for me at least, it is a very large school. I don't know how much of a sense of community you can get there. As for Notre Dame has been my dream college since I was very small. The campus, even if you aren't religious, the campus is so beautiful. You walk on and it very much makes you feel like, wow, I am extremely happy now. One con is we never got to see inside buildings. We saw the entire outside, but we never got to see inside any of the dorms. We only got to see inside of the student center, and that was kind of a red flag for me. But overall, I really loved both of these colleges for very different reasons. I would say that these are my top two right now, and I would recommend these to anybody who's looking to go into political science.
Good morning, Pioneers. Today, during third period, we have our weekly pop culture news show, The Seed. Today, we have a little twist, though, since we have our spring media day. The show will switch to a podcast for the week to accommodate the studio needs. Tune in to our Mixler app on WPLP The Pulp. We will take a look into the big win at the Actors Awards that took place last week. Then they'll take a minute to honor the late actor Eric Dane, and then end with the speculation into the Tom Holland and Zendaya wedding. Now, Sona takes a look into the recent Model UN Summit.
Good morning, Pioneers. Let's take a look at the Model UN Summit that happened last week. Hi, my name is Smira, and I'm a senior this year, and I was the General Assembly President for this past Model UN year, Model UN Summit, and it's a huge undertaking planning the summit. It's a conference with around 600 people. That's how many people we had this year, and it was held downtown at the Greater Columbus Convention Center, and it was a really good time, very busy, very hectic, but I'm really proud of the summit that we put on this year, and definitely would not have been possible without the other officers on GA staff, especially Nathan, who's here at Orange. He's our Secretary General for this past year, the upcoming president, and we just put a lot of time and work in just making sure that we had schedules laid out, we had council sessions made, and one of the officers put it best, it's almost like planning a wedding. It has that much time and commitment with making sure the event is a success. What I'm really going to miss about Model UN is facilitating conversations about internationals and global affairs. It's really interesting to hear what the delegates have to say, especially some of the middle schoolers. It's their first experience of public speaking and having that aspect of debate and giving speeches, whereas the high schoolers are more seasoned because they have opportunities to compete in speech and debate and other events where they've had practice of public speaking.
I'm Nathan. I'm going to be the General Assembly President for next year's Model United Nations Summit. Coming out of this summit, we have a lot of plans and ideas for things that we should work on. One of our big focuses next year is probably going to be, one, making the summit a bit more productive. This year we kind of got to a point where we had so many people that it was kind of hard to manage everyone, so we want to make sure that we can bring the club back to being a more academic and productive thing, so people aren't just sitting around for 3 days out of their year. And then we also wanted to make the summit more enjoyable. Obviously, we know that Model UN is a fun experience, and we want the summit to be a fun experience for everyone. So we're definitely going to try and take some steps this year to make the summit more enjoyable as well as productive.
That's all from us. Now, back to the desk.
Readers for Change will meet next Tuesday, March 10th during Flex Period in the library. You do not need to have a book finished to attend. New members are welcome as well.
The Sports Performance Club will be holding an interest meeting next Tuesday in Mr. Walters' room 2114 during Flex. They will be having a March Madness bracket competition, and the winner will receive a $20 gift card. Hope to see you there.
That's all for today, Pioneers. Make sure to follow us on all our socials at OHS Juice and tune into our live radio station, WPLP The Pulp. For The Juice, I'm Ava Opal.
And I'm MC Knoll. Remember to stay juicy, Pioneers, and please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.